most, which is
So
Tesla and
there's a
Nvidia.
couple there's a couple it's like Tesla. I started drawing levels like a week or two back, and I'm like, I feel like I just freaking drew lines everywhere.
Yeah, no, I,
And
I won't I won't draw lines everywhere. Like I'll only put my levels in from the night before. Everything else that I drew prior to that gets taken off every day.
mm, okay.
So like whatever I start drawing on the charts today, as far as levels that I'm looking to sit on,
Hmm.
those will come off by Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna leave them on there. But I know
A lot of
like
people.
I know Biggs has left his levels on there, and then sometimes we'll be looking at like a new level today, and he's like, "Hey, dude, I got this level from last week that we were watching," and I'm like, "All right, cool." Like, but
Yeah.
yeah, for me, I've got enough shit on my charts as it is. I don't need any more added lines.
I mean, like some guys I've known in the past have been very big on like volume profile and if it's broken or not broken, and
I don't listen to none of that
yeah.
crap.
But then you end up with, as I said, I'm like, I end up with 8 million lines on one triple Q chart, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, that stuff works. It's just you just have to like trade it. I mean, I don't trade
Yeah.
that way. So volume profile and all that stuff. I mean, drawing big supply and demand zone blocks and this and that and last week's lows and all that kind of crap. It's like I don't trade that way, so it would do me no good.
Hmm. I'm just trying to find, you know what I mean? Like when you write and you're like, are you drawing lines? And I'm like, are you drawing your levels? Do you know your ranges? And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, well, you definitely
Like,
have
it's like,
you have to know
you
what you're
just,
trading for the day.
oh yeah.
Yeah, but like I mean, as far as like every day drawing your levels and then leaving them on for the next day, no, it's just what did you do the night before, what stocks look
Yeah.
good, and then come into the day with the your levels that you're going to play
Hmm.
versus just coming into the day and like trying to chase because we broke
Yeah.
pre-market high today, but it's like, did it even have any room altogether, like,
Yeah.
or low or whatever, like is it even a level that you were looking at? If not, then you're just going to confuse yourself.
Hmm.
Like I just came to test the chart now. I mean, I had these lines from yesterday, but I mean, I just took them off. I don't know what the fuck. I don't even know like, because I don't remember, like I'm not fucking, I'm not a magician. Like I'm not gonna remember why I drew that could have just been like a low of day and that I was looking at for yesterday. So it's like I'm not gonna let that
Hmm.
confuse me. I guess we just had these numbers come out right now. The market's getting all springy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tesla, for what it's worth, is now going below pre-market low. It's
Okay.
right at that 208.50 is
Ugh.
pre-market. It's taken off that.
Yeah, because see, like for something like Tesla, like I don't really see anything. Like so, even though it's taking out like or challenging pre-market lows, like you'd have to go to a smaller time frame and you'd be looking for a scalp. Like truthfully speaking, like the daily chart needs to lose 204. So if we don't lose 204, you don't really have like a level that's worth really trading until you lose a previous day's low or you recapture a previous
Yeah.
day's high. So everything else in between is just inside of a range. So you have to then go to a small time frame to kind of see like what do you have room on.
Well,
So
even okay.
yeah,
I
so
mean,
like
even
uh,
if you drop 204, like isn't the 5 day is like 203, so it's right there.
the 5 day on what? My 5 day
Five
is
day low on Tesla.
five, like like the wick.
I
Or
have a 5 day low
yeah,
sitting.
yeah, like
I'm
the
scrolling back to it
like from the
from
23rd.
yeah, from the morning, Monday the 23rd at 6:40.
Yeah, so I mean, like through previous, like stocks can't go lower or higher until they break out a channel. So yeah, from 204.80s it could definitely go down to 20 2, which should give you enough room to make money. You take half size off, let it bounce. You're still holding those running contracts, and then see if we break that. That has room down to 197. If you're looking at a smaller time frame, you know, this is an active well, if you use the wick, you know, it'd be 206.37 on a 5-minute time frame has room to 203.43. If I'm just looking at, like, you know, the 20, the 200 in linear regression. So that's what I'm saying. It just depends on what are you looking to do, right? So like if you want to play the short now, like let's say someone wants to play the short now, then I would just be playing it into yesterday's lows, 204, 205, taking profits off. But like Tesla, to me, it's is there trades there that we can take? Sure. Is it great? Like, is it a great looking stock chart for me that I'm like dying to trade? Probably not. That's why, like, I'd rather just wait, give this enough time to like actually set up and give me a decent setup. Maybe it's next hour, maybe it's end of day, I don't know. But it's like right now I'm not really like, it's not like something looks fucking fantastic that I want to trade. I mean, like right now Tesla, technically, it's like you should just either wait until you get a good setup, or you can try your luck at trying to swing this down towards pre-market lows. But like that's why I'm saying it's not like a great looking chart.
Yeah.
Like Nvidia on the other hand,
it's at pre-market right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like how they gapped us up into supply and then pulled us right back down. So it's, you got to wait a little bit. Like you got to kind of see. Like I think coming into this new hour candle, I mean, I'll definitely maybe take a look at some of the 5-minute charts and see if I have anything setting up on a 5-minute, just for a little scalp. It's like how I'm reading Nvidia right now. We opened up green, got stuffed, came all the way down to its 5-minute linear regression support, and now it's kind of holding that level. So for me, you know, any bounds, and then like let's say the market rolls over later, 404.85, you know, I'd be interested in short. And then I'll go to the hourly chart right now, and I'll kind of see what's at last hour's lows. That was 405. So this new low that we have here at 404.83 would have some space down to like 400 again. So that's how I'll look at that. It's like because of the market going down so much, the market does need a good dead cat bounce to set up shorts again. But taking any long bounces today is a little dangerous, just because of the fact that we're under supply so much that it can stop anywhere. Like it doesn't have to go to the next area of supply, get rejected. It could just go up a little bit and then come right back down. That's kind of what's been happening all week. You know, anyone who's been trying to bounce anything all week, you've been getting absolutely shredded. Even on good looking setups, it's been shredding you. The moves have definitely been to the downside. But, you know, it's Friday. I mean, the last 2 days, you know, this week, I mean, fucking market was down 400, right? On the NASDAQ, like 2.5%. I mean, we lost like 4 or 5% this week. So like we definitely need a little bit of a bounce here. It's just how are we gonna navigate this bounce, you know? On Tesla's 5-minute, we came down to the 200 SMA, and we got this little reversal candlestick that if used 207.80s as a stop loss, could be your stop for low risk. And how I kind of play that is just telling myself that, hey, we came down on a 5-minute time frame to a pretty, big support at the 200. We broke it 2 times, we're holding it, and now we're trying to reverse up. I got the futures trying to push up higher a little bit here. So hourly chart on Tesla's kind of trapped below this 5 SMA. I'd like to see it really push over 209.60s to have some room. I'm gonna kind of watch this current 5-minute candle on Tesla, kind of see what it wants to do. If it makes a new low below this previous 5-minute candle, then my scalp long dead cat bounce is off.
Did you get in it?
Not yet.
Or no?
I'm just kind of just kind of letting this 5-minute candle kind of like digest, right? Like I can make an argument that I could have gotten in because we broke the previous 5-minute candle, but I'm just kind of hanging out here. I just want to see, how does this candle close right now? I want to see the feeling on it. I want to see, I'm looking at the futures on the left-hand side pulled back. So like, do I really want to get in now when futures are pulling back? Let me see the futures bounce, and let me see this candle that's working on Tesla go green, and then let me see if I can make something happen off that. But like, again, the hourly chart on Tesla looks like shit. I'm realistically, I'm forcing this trade because there's nothing on the higher time frame. So that's like, I was kind of explaining. Now the futures are pulling way down. I was kind of explaining to the guys yesterday. It's like you kind of have to understand. Damn, the futures are pulling hard. You kind of have to understand where you're at on the macro view, like the daily and the 1 hour. Where are you at? Like, do you have room even on those levels? And then how much risk is actually going on the table when you take the trade, right? So, and you have to ask yourself the question, which I'm going to just get a lot more into it. When you find a trade, how much risk is on the table? You should know, a good dollar amount of what you're probably going to lose on the trade. Is it worth it to you, right? Like, if it's not worth it to you, then you don't take the trade. You wait for a new setup. Okay. It's coming right into this 200. I like the feel of it now. I like the feel of it. I just got into Tesla here. So I just got into Tesla and long. I'm just looking for a little bit of room here. I'm gonna just give myself 207. I'm gonna give myself 207.80s as a stop loss. So I'm gonna put a little bit of a line here. That's our hour candles lows. If we really start to lose those hour candle lows and we close below this 5-minute 200, I'm going to get out of this trade. So I'm just going to let that work. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to let it work. And I'm actually going to set an alert because I'm going to go look at something else. So I'm not kind of just staring at this chart. Again, this is a lower probability setup. This is not a great trade. Whoops. This is not a great trade just due to the fact that the market is pushing lower, right? So I'm going against the week's trend. I think we can all agree on that.
Did you say the 200 on the 1 hour?
No, the 200 on the 5-minute.
Okay.
And that's all I'm doing there. So I'm gonna watch the futures right now. I set an alert for my stop loss. So if my alert triggers, I'll go to the Tesla chart and I'll kind of see what it's doing. Futures are pretty much trapped here on the NASDAQ. So stuck between the 20 SMA to the downside and the 50 SMA to the top side on a 1 hour view. So expect a lot of choppiness until we can take out one of those levels, right? So your range on the NQ is from 14,363 all the way down to around 14,294. We're playing in about a 70-point range on the NAS here.
God, futures just look messy.
What's that?
The futures, like the NQ chart, it just looks messy.
Yeah, it's pushing higher right now. On what time frame?
On a 5 minute,
Oh,
like
yeah.
just looking since the open, it's just literally like,
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. So that first 30 minutes to even 45 minutes an hour has been a complete chop up, down, up, down. The real move's not really coming until later on in the day.
your Tesla just did very good right now, dude.
Yeah, I got the P&L on another screen that I'm kind of looking at. I'm not necessarily just looking at the chart. I don't really need to look at the chart, so to speak, because again, staring at every tick up, down, gets emotions going. I already know where my stop loss is at. It's not triggered yet. I'm looking at Nvidia. It's kind of pushing up as well, and I can see my P&L, so I can see that it's up a little bit.
It's weird. So I took P&L off just because I felt like it was too much for me.
And yeah, sometimes it is for some people. Yeah.
Yeah. I just, looked at the tick and I'm like, oh, it just got up to, 211.60.
Yeah. Yep. So my entry's somewhere around 209.80s or at 211.80s. I'm up over $1 on these on the actual stock price. It's pulling right back into the 20 now. Now I'm on the chart for Tesla. It's pulling back into the 20 here, which is a little bit of support. I'm going to see how it reacts on this 5-minute 20 SMA. If it starts to break down, because on the hourly chart, we're coming right up into this 50 SMA, which is going to be a tough spot. If it doesn't really hold the 20 SMA here, I'm going to sell half size. I'm going to hold the rest to like break even. I'd like to see it hold though.
It's interesting. So did that wick on Tesla, the 710 candle, did it wick right into your top Bollinger Band?
Hold on a second.
Manage your trade, don't worry.
Nah, fuck, I'm going to give it all back. Let me see here. On the 5-minute time frame?
Yeah, and don't worry, buddy, manage your trade, don't worry. Sorry, I'll just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, the last 5-minute candle came all the way up to the Bollinger Band.
So I did not have TOS open, I just have Trading View. And what was interesting, it hit the Bollinger Band, but that was also their linear channel.
Okay.
I was curious if it was the same.
Guys, if the market rolls over later and we really start losing some of the pre-market lows, I'm looking at Nvidia below 405.
Hey, just a curiosity, your Tesla, you got a linear channel going down, right?
On what time
Where the
frame?
high 5 minute high is like 215.26, low
Yeah.
is 203. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My top linear is at 215.23.
It's interesting. It's the calculation. I like the trading view stuff, just can know how to write scripts in them. But theirs was going up, and that same reject of the Bollinger Band was the top of their linear. Completely different direction.
I'm gonna set a low at the Nvidia's low of day, guys, 404.80s. I'm gonna kind of watch that spot there. The market kind of hangs out and then flushes later. 404.81. I'm interested in to the downside. Upside might have a little bit of a sneaky area over 409.30s. Need to let that close and then let that confirm, and then you can kind of play that into 412 to the upside. That would be the levels on Nvidia. Again, everything else in between, just pure garbage. Pure garbage. Nasdaq futures haven't really done shit since the open. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Literally going in a straight line. I got it on the small chart. If anyone's looking at my screen, it's on the little baby chart here. I'm going to kind of just leave that. You know, I'd like to see it get out of. I'd like to see it get out of this range first. I'm gonna run downstairs, guys, and grab myself a fucking water. Be right back.
That's just chop fest.
Yeah. Hey guys, the first 20 SMA play that's set up on the NQ, I kind of mentioned in Discord. Go through and ask yourself the questions: is it worth it, right? Because it's a 70 point range that you're playing in, right? So unless you're playing one micro contract where, you know, max you're going to lose is 150, 175 bucks. That play is because the market has been going sideways, is still like truthfully speaking, if someone was in that and they were giving themselves the 70 points worth of risk, you should still be in this trade short. So I wasn't in it because it was just too much for me. But if you think about it, if we do start to lose the lows, that quote unquote first 20 SMA play is like, now that's truly confirming. So I might jump short on that. And that would be below 14,291. To the high side, again, I'm going to draw some lines. So for anyone that's looking on my chart, I'm going to draw this range that we're in. So you can kind of look at it. You can kind of look at this two ways here, because the market is doing absolutely nothing. You can look at this as if we confirm 14,291 to the short side, that first 20 SMA play is active. You should be short. If you have taken any one of the longs, right? Any one of these longs, they are also active as well. Like, so there's been 1, 2, 3 long setups. Okay. The range is just humongous. So it's kind of hard, right? Like if anyone was taking these plays, I can guarantee you that you've been chopped up. That's why I kind of, you know, this morning I kind of let you guys know I'm not really going to be going on voice chat super early. I'm not trying to, because if I was, I'm going to, you know, be calling out these setups and then you're getting chopped up. It's Friday. I want everyone to kind of go into the weekend. You know, if we lose money after the first hour, then, you know, it is what it is. But I don't want to start the day off getting chopped up. And that's just kind of how the market has been playing. So I will look to try to go long over 369 or short below 291.
Is that on NQ?
Yeah.
Got it. Short below two, so at short below the Bollinger.
Yeah, I'm not, yeah, I guess, because I'm not looking at that chart with all the big lines. I just have the 20 linear and the 200. But yeah, if the Bollinger Band's there.
So wait, what are you seeing at 291?
It's
You're not seeing the bull.
It's the candle low. Look at the candle, where the candle low is at 650 my time. It's the original 20 play short.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, guys. A lot of times, like these moving averages, these levels, they'll match up with your own drawings. You know, it's like, because it's just basing it off of price action. And if you're good with drawings, you know, you're good with your supply and demand, you're going to have something there. So, I mean, yeah, like it's just because I'm watching this fucking Tesla, which it's giving me all these false wicks. Does anyone see that on their Tesla chart? These fucking false wicks, like on the last 2 5-minute candles. I mean, I've had wicks all the way down to 204.80 and then even lower than that. I've had a wick all the way down to 204.35. I don't know if that's legit or that's a fucking mistake or what, but it's pretty.
Yeah, those are some big wicks.
That's pretty fucking gnarly, you know? It's done it twice, 2 candles in a row. The pressure is definitely down on Tesla though, and Nasdaq's going sideways.
course, the morning when I say I'm not going to do anything until first half hour's over, it was a nice little 20 play in ES.
Hmm.
Of course, I guess technically you could still be in it because it hasn't broken the reason why yet.
Is it long or short?
Short.
Hmm.
It hasn't closed above the 20, and it hasn't gone above the reason why. I guess technically you could still be in, but
Let's
it'd
see.
have been a nice 10 points or so right off the bat.
Let's see. God darn it.
But
Oh yeah,
took the first
that was a
Wow.
nice, that was a nice short. That was right off the bell though, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. Anybody got any good plans this weekend?
Just got a DJ for Halloween.
There you go. Yeah, this weekend is gonna be active for Halloween, right? Halloween's on a Tuesday, so this is the weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, what a bummer. Hot chicks and Halloween costumes.
Yeah, that's gonna be terrible for Sam.
I know, it's the worst. Being the center of attention for multiple hours. God, what a terrible life.
Yeah.
Although I have horrible resting bitch face, so every time women come up to request a song, I just look angry as shit.
Yeah. Guys, I'm out of my Tesla. Loser.
Man, I haven't seen a chop fest like this in a minute. That we're this deep into it and the candles are still just massive.
Yeah, I know.
That we were gonna get out of all the choppy crap.
Yeah. To the people who are on YouTube, I do wanna highlight that's completely my screw up on the Tesla. I was green pretty good. Like if this can't my 7 a.m. candle wicked off of this 200 in this linear regression. I got in after the 705 candle. I was kind of waiting for it to see what it was going to do. And then when the 710 candle Pacific Standard Time opened up, I was in on that candle and it exploded, right? It exploded from 209 all the way up to 211.80s. I was up almost $2 on that trade.
Pushing to 291.
Yeah.
Never-
It's coming down to 291, yeah. So in my book, in my eyes, I don't look at that as a loser because 9 times out of 10 I sell that pop for sure because I wasn't really looking for like an all-day move with the pressure being down. It's just I was looking at way too many charts and kind of giving it like 5 more minutes, right? Like just I was going to give it one more candle and then that next candle absolutely got destroyed. So that's the game. That's the way it goes. So NQ's back on this 20 play. I might, again, the range is fucking 70 points, guys. Keep that in mind. But it's still inactive from the first one. And it's giving you a fresh setup now. So
Order filled.
I'm gonna take one contract on this, just due to the fact that the range is fucking massive, right? It's massive. So, and if you look at it from, like, you have to understand where your strategy aligns, right? So all my strategies, they align with trends. They align with momentum. They do not align with chop, right? Now there's strategies out there, variations of supply and demand, where I'm shorting now, people are buying, right? Because this is support. So you're buying here, playing it back up to the top of the range, and then you're shorting at the top of the range. And I'm kind of doing it opposite because that's what my strategy works with. Now, again, my strategy doesn't really work well in a market that's just doing this, right? It's not going to work well in a market that's for over an hour has been going sideways, right? But what I'm kind of banking on is that this finally gets trending to the downside and I'm able to make some money. You know, if it bounces back up, I already am entered into this trade understanding that I could lose, 50, 60, 70 points. So that's why I'm only playing one contract. But I'm going to try to spread this out over a couple different contracts. A couple different accounts, I mean.
Do you see the video got rejected off the 20?
I haven't even looked at it. What are we doing over there on the video?
Going down the downside, 405.
I have an alert set. I don't even know if it triggered or not.
It would probably.
Yeah,
Got to break 405.
I'm trying to. Yeah. There's that break to the downside, guys.
I was thinking about getting 2 contracts of 405 puts.
Yeah, I can get off this NVIDIA chart now. Let me look at off the Tesla chart. Let me see what we got going on here on the video. Yeah, so I had that alert like at 404.80s. You have a linear regression and a Bollinger Band sitting right here at like between 404.80s and 405. So we need that to get broken, no? Like if that gets broken, maybe we got a little bit of space, because on the hourly chart there's nothing till 400.
Oh yeah, and if you look at the daily, if you break that 398, you're going to 391.
Okay, yeah. So I'll probably jump short on that 404.80s. Honestly, with intentions of trying to fucking hold that. Like I'm gonna try to fucking hold that to get down there. I mean, NVIDIA is still green, so that would put NVIDIA going from green to red, right? And the range on NVIDIA is 16 points. So I mean, it definitely has space, is what I'm saying. Definitely has space.
Yeah. But if you look at it, we got like 15 minutes for our next hour candle, too. So you could probably just stay here at 4 or 5 and break through at that hourly candle.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks good though. How much do you believe in it, right? How much do you believe in that trade? I believe in it. I'm gonna go. I just got triggered. I'm in now. Trying to get in at least. I'm in now. We're gonna see how this motherfucker wants to play. Is anyone in NASDAQ? Is anyone in NASDAQ short? The 91s went all the way down to 74s, guys. It's 15 points.
Order filled.
So guys, if you were this is a thing. When you go into like a chop zone like this, anyone who was sitting short, you finally got your confirmation, but it only went like 13, 14 points as of now, right? Like, and you were in some significant drawdown to the top side there. So the point I want to make is that if you understand your risk before going into the trade and you actually hold the trade to full potential, the first setup that you got, you can say was a winner for 10 plus points, right? But you sat through an hour of just absolute drawdown and misery. So if I was in that initial play, as soon as I went back to break even and got that flush on the previous 5-minute candle, I would have sold, because mentally I would have been drained, right? Mentally I would have been drained. But if you're an antsy type of trader and you're like fucking finicky and you want things to go in it, you got stopped out for a big loss, you haven't taken a trade, and it's like you're gonna look back at today and be like, well, how come I took 3-4 trades on the futures and I got stopped out? Technically you shouldn't have got stopped out at all. Like, you know, you shouldn't have got stopped out at all. And if anything, you should have been green at some point in time for 10, 15 points. And it would have been at the time to make your decision whether you want to get out for the small 10 points because you've been sitting in this thing, or, you know, you're still holding it now and now you're back to break even and a little bit red. But that's what I'm going to be focusing on more for a lot of you guys, especially for those of you guys who trade with me in the Discord, is, are you actually letting your trade go? Like, are you letting it work to full potential? Or are you just fucking cutting things, shooting yourself in the kneecaps because you don't like what you see on the screen as far as P&L? And it's like, when you do sell, right? When you get into it, like when your setup triggers and you get into it, and then let's say you do take profits, and let's say it is premature, maybe it is just a scalp that you're looking for and you want to take that, you cannot get into a new trade until you have a new setup based on your strategy, right? Whatever strategy you're using. You can't just tell yourself that, well, I was in the short and we put in a new low of day, so if we break a new low of day, I'm going to take this one. There's no setup there. You're just playing continuation. You're just chasing candlesticks down, down, down. You're eventually going to get clipped on one of them, you know? Like, you're going to get clipped on one of them. So you have to make sure when you do sell, right? When you sell for profit or for a loss, you have to make sure you're going to sit on your ass until you get a new setup, not just make something up in your head. Like, oh, new low of day, I'm going to take this one. Oh, new low of day. There's nothing there. You should have still been in it then if it's a new low of day. You know what I'm saying? Future shooting back up to the high side, back into the middle of the range.
And the video is back up. It'll probably retest that 9.
Yeah.
On into. Did you get into it?
Yeah, I'm fucking in this fucking thing.
Yeah.
This fucking thing's gonna fucking not work.
Probably go back up to 406, 407, and come back down. Probably.
What a fucking boring day. Fucker. Three put. What is the ES doing right now?
Oh, same same kind of thing as NQ.
Mhm.
Chop, chop. Yeah, the 1 hour candle is a tiny little body right smack in the middle of long wicks.
Mm.
So just nothing for an hour.
Yeah.
So it does look like it's thinking about closing above the 20 on the 5 minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's done now. How many? 1, 2, 3. This is a fourth time already.
No, it hasn't closed above the 20 at all today.
On the ES, yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking at the NQ. Yeah. Tech stocks are taking a fucking pounding. They just can't. They don't have. There's just no interest there on these longs. You would think that with a couple days, 2.5% down on the Nas, that shit. If there's any bulls out there that are still alive, that they're hungry for a little bit of a bounce. But I mean, they're not showing any type of alertness at all. I will say today is a day where you definitely want to be patient. And if you are green on the week, you do not want to give back all your gains on a day like today. So this 5 minute 20 SMA play that's set up on NQ, your true max pain stop loss is at 300, 302. Your entry is over 335. So now we're looking at about a 30-point range. That's the risk that you're going to put on the table for this. So do your contract size accordingly. How much are you prepared to lose on 30 points if you're going to take this? Gotcha. Gotcha. What are we thinking here, 3-putt? What are we thinking?
Order filled.
Thinking
Yeah,
anything?
waiting for a close above the 20 here, and ES.
Order filled.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt jeez. I'm long NQ. I got no conviction, guys. I got no conviction today on either side. This is brute. Be careful. That's all I'm saying. Be careful. I don't really have high anticipations for anything fucking working out today, to be honest. That's just the way it goes, you know.
You should be a motivational speaker.
Hey, trust me. That's the that would be the goal. That would be the goal. I mean, I wish I could find something motivating to say today, but it's just, I mean, this price action sucks. You know, it's like look at what I'm doing personally, right? Like use me as an example, right? I'll be the, you know, throw the sticks and stones at me. I've got longs going on the NQ. I've got a short still on Nvidia. I'm playing the Nasdaq. Nvidia's in the Nasdaq. It's a tech stock. I'm going one way. You know, it's like I got one guy looking one way, the other guy looking the other way, right? There's a guy in the middle saying, "What the fuck are both of you guys doing?" Right? So it's like I should be playing long on Nvidia, long on the NQ because NQ's ripping. I should be playing short on the NQ because Nvidia's washing. I mean, it is what it is, but I mean, I had a setup on both sides, right? I had a setup on both sides, and that's the thing. That's the thing. A lot of people like when the market's going down, like when they start shorting, right? Because it drops faster, obviously, every time. Then it goes up, right? You know, what's that old saying they say? You know, staircase up, elevator down. So the moves down, when you do get like bear cycles or bear days or, you know, even bear markets, the moves are always going to be faster to the downside because they're pulling liquidity out of the market. They're taking money off the table, right? And it's easier to take the money off the table than to go out there and make money. That's why, you know, nobody long-term invests to the short side, right? Like you long-term invest to the upside because it's a slow process and, you know, you have to sit through the ups and the downs. But you know, you want things to be going together, right? You want things to be going together, right? Now I haven't even taken a look at what the whole Nasdaq is doing. Like I don't even know. Everything is still green, but it's green from a gap up, right? Like we kind of gapped higher today, which is not what the bulls want in a market that's underneath supply. Like the last thing a bull wants, like a true bull, like, you know, and again, none of us out here are bulls, you know. I mean, we're not bulls or bears. We're just, you know, like a squirrel. Like that's more of like what we are. We're like squirrels trying to like find these little whatever, you know, nuts or whatever. Fucking squirrels eat bugs or some shit. But like, so, you know, your true bulls, the last thing that they wanted to see today was a gap up, right? Because if you were going to have a true dead cat bounce, you want a gap down. You want a red open. You want a flat open. You want to wash out. You want to suck in new shorts. And then here come the bulls. They trap them into that first hour, 2 hours, and they go from red to green. When you're underneath supply and you gap up, don't get happy, right? Like there's a lot of new traders that, you know, I'll see on social media that'll say, oh, we're going to have a green day today because we're gapping higher. Futures are green. Things are higher. Yeah. That's all fucking nice. If you bought long yesterday, like who the hell bought long yesterday, right? Like, and you swung overnight. And if you did that, you should have sold, right? So for those of you guys that are maybe on YouTube, some of you guys who maybe swing overnight, how you work swings is if it gaps up in your favor, you're selling. That is your move. You don't sit there like a freaking like someone on a stump, you know, like trying to get more out of it. That was your move, bud. So you get out of the trade because the first thing that normally happens on a gap up is a pull down. And what's happened this morning? A pull down, right? So anyone who maybe played overnight and they swung long, they were watched them go from green to almost red, or, you know, green to red. That's not what you want, you know. In this type of market, since this is a technically, you know, as of a day or two ago, Nasdaq went back into a bear market. When you're underneath supply and you get a gap up, you do not want to buy into the gap up, right? You would need some significant taking out of those opening range highs on the gap up to see some type of follow through. Because this is a bear's paradise here. We're underneath supply, nice gap up, cool. Let's go ahead and trap all of these guys who want to get long, right? So like for me, on an example, like I'm long on this little bit of a play here. Yeah, it's like, let's trap this dumbass who's getting long here at the top of the range and then yank him all the way back down, which is going to stop me out, right? That's going to stop me out. If we come back down to the bottom of the range. So you got to understand how to play it. I'm just so fucking bored right now trying to make a little bit of cash here so I can get the hell off these charts. So the NASDAQ, as we continue to push higher here, we're pushing back into all of the wicks from the start of the morning, right? So if I scroll through here, look at this nasty chart, right? It's not, you can't really say this is going up or down. So, you know, the NASDAQ still needs to break over 370, 14,370, and then put in a new high, and then probably pull back a little bit and confirm that. Then it's got some room to kind of say, okay, maybe the bulls are going to dead cat this the rest of the day. And that way, you know, big dogs over there can, you know, turn on their algos to just kind of slow roll this thing and make it go higher. But as of right now, you know, if you are long on the NASDAQ over this 20 play, I mean, 334, you know, we hit highs of 358. We're up 20 points. So like on the contracts that I'm in on one account, I'm in on two. It's up $50, teeter tottering around. The other contract I only played, the only account I played one, I'm up fucking $20. Like this is the kind of shit I'm talking about, right? Like you're not really making any money. $39 now. So, you know, technically, if I want to play this smart, I should just sell now, right? Be happy, take my fucking $45 here, go buy myself a Starbucks coffee and call it a day. But that's not me. I'm a little bit more aggressive. And I'm technically should still be in the trade long. So I'm gonna hold this son of a bitch. That's the thing. You also have to ask yourself the question, guys, are you okay with giving away? I'll use my account as an example. You're into micros. Are you okay with giving away $66 of profit? Are you okay with that? $72, $79 now, $81, $90. Are you okay with that? Because if you're not okay with that, you got to sell. You have to sell here. If you're not okay with giving that away, you have to sell, and don't come crying later asking, where's the next spot to get long? You should have already been long, and you were already long. Makes sense? So this is how you manage a trade, right? So right now, I'm okay with giving away this $80. I can't even wipe my fucking ass with $80 here in California. So I'm okay with giving that away to see if we break 369. And if we break 369, I'm going to sell on that break. And if I don't, I'm going to give away $82, and it looks like I'm wiping my ass with my hands, you know, for the whole weekend. So that's one thing that a lot of traders, especially newer traders, you guys don't do very well, is that you guys will sell here and take the 70, $80, and then you're going to ask in 10 minutes, when's the next spot to get in? You were already in. There is no next spot to get in. You were already in. Makes sense. Now we're up $100 here. Maybe I can get a large coffee today. Come on, baby. 369. I want to see a break. 369. 369. Top of the range here. I'm expecting a massive pullback because that's just the way the market's been fucking me around today. On the baby account here, guys, I'm up $40. I'm going to just sell on the baby account.
Order filled.
I'm going to sell on the baby account there. If anyone's looking at my screen, notice how we're at the top of this range here. Every time we get to the top of this range, we pull all the way back down. Does anyone happen to be long on the NQ? So, you know, because trading is so mental, it's so emotional, you have to constantly be asking yourself when you're in the trade, are you okay with these profits if you sell? Are you okay with the loss if you give it back? Where's your stop loss, right? I'm constantly playing this. I'm constantly playing these situations out in my head, right? Like right now, my entry is, what the hell is my entry? I want the exact number here. 14,336. So 14,336. So I'm assuming, you know, I got a little bit of slippage here on these prop firms, like to jerk you around. So 336, I'm in on this candle here at 755. So I'm in on this move, right? I'm in on this move. Are you okay with taking profits up here? If you are, and this thing screams up another 50 points, don't cry. But where's your stop loss? Your stop loss is going to be way down here at 322. So if I'm in at, what the hell did I say? 336. I'm going to be down for sure 10 points on this trade if I decide to hold it, because I have to let it stop me out, right? I've got to let it stop me out. So I just want the break of 369, to be honest, and I'll be okay with that. I mean, show me something, bulls. That's all I want. Just show me something. No, I'm not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. What do we got? We still have a long ways to go on this fucking 5-minute candle.
Order filled.
I'm out, guys, because I'm frustrated now. So that trade, I think I take a couple trades today. No, I only took the one on this account. 103.64. 103.64 is what I took on this trade here. 2 micro contracts. So again, so to some of you guys who are playing, NASDAQ, you guys are playing prop firms. Let's rewind this trade since I just got out of it. I got a 20 SMA play at 7:50 Pacific Standard Time over the 20 SMA. Okay, so my entry becomes what, guys? My entry becomes this top wick. That becomes my pivot. What's my stop loss? My stop loss when I first get into the trade is going to be at the low of my reason why candle. What's the reason why candle? The reason why I want to get into this fucking trade is because it closed over the 20 SMA, is telling me that there's could be a short-term change in trend. So between 14,303 and 14,333, that's 30 points, yes? So 30 points is what you are going into this trade willing to lose on this play when it gets away from you, or when it starts to go. What can you do? There's the break of the 369, guys. When it starts to go and you want to tighten up your stop loss, you can then move your stop loss to trail it with the 20 SMA, which would have put you at 323. So it was only about a 10-point risk once it started to get going. But initially, your max pain is a 303. So initially, if this trade was to fail, you're going to lose 30 points. I broke this down with one of the members in Evolution Traders yesterday. You have to run through very quickly, right? Because to be a good trader, you have to analyze and you have to execute and you have to have good risk management. That's all. I don't give a shit what strategy you're using. For those of you guys who are watching me on YouTube and you guys don't even know what the hell I'm talking about when it comes to my strategy, whatever your strategy is, I don't care if you trade, fucking MACD. I don't care if you trade the VWAP. I don't care if you trade tic-tac-toe. It doesn't really matter. Whatever you trade, do you understand your risk, right, in the trade? Are you okay with your position sizing if that trade fails? You have to go into every single trade thinking it's going to lose. Because if you put yourself in that mindset, when you lose, it's not that bad because you were already expecting to lose. And all you have to do is stop yourself out when you should. So if you play one micro contract and our risk on this play for me was 30 points, some of you may be thinking, I've heard it before, you can't give yourself a 30-point stop loss. I only set a 5-tick stop loss. Well, guess what? You're going to be chopped to shit trading the NASDAQ on a 5-tick stop loss. That's your fault, right? So what you need to do is you have to really think about what is your overall risk when you do get into the trade, right? So your overall risk on the trade was 30 fucking points. So can you trade one contract? You're going to lose 60 bucks. Yes. Right. So $60 is what you're going to lose if the trade goes against you on one micro contract. If you're okay with that risk, ask yourself the question, if I trade 2 contracts and I lose 30 points, how much am I going to lose? I'm going to lose $120. Are you okay with losing $120? If the answer is yes, and you want to trade more size, then what is another $60 for the third contract on 120? It's 180. Are you prepared to lose almost $200, give or take, on this trade if it goes against you? Then that's how you manage your risk. That's how you manage your risk.
Yeah, I'm still in this ES long.
Beautiful. I mean, if it looks anything like the NQ, you're sitting good, right? God damn it. And see what I'm saying? That's a great trade. Just hold that son of a bitch and keep moving your stop loss up. Guys, 14,333. We're trading at 388. That's 50 fucking points on this move. 50 points. If anyone is on the NQ and you got in where you're supposed to, you just made 50 points. Do the math. One contract $100, two contract $200, so forth and so forth and so forth, right? 150, 200, whatever. You know, if you're a ballsy motherfucker and you're trading, you know, a mini contract, you're up 50 points. You're up huge. Think about taking your gains here and not trying to be a hero. That's the thing. A lot of people want to be a fucking hero. A lot of people want to be a hero. Guys, this is at 390 to 390. You're up 60 points here. You're up 60 points. Guys, you guys are moving here. You guys are moving. You guys are moving and shaking.
Bumping up against the top of the first half hour range. See if I can get up through it.
Yeah, I missed this in the video. Fucking shit. God damn it. The video's about to be up $5.
Yeah, I see that.
I just didn't take it because
Cause what, man? Cause what, Penguin?
that Bollinger Band we got right there in the middle, above the 20.
Penguin, you're over analyzing everything. Bollinger Bands are gonna move, bro. They're gonna move. Use the Bollinger Bands as guides when you're already in a trade. Oh, I want to take profits into the Bollinger Band. I want to, you know, like we bounced off the Bollinger Band and I have a new setup, so I'm gonna use that as my last area of support. Don't like look at the Bollinger Bands like, oh, I need to get over that. That the motherfucker's gonna keep moving, bro. It's gonna keep moving. I just use the Bollinger Bands as guides once I'm already in the trade.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's say I'm in a trade and I'm losing, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm losing. Let me give it the Bollinger Band to see if this motherfucker's gonna hold, and then bounce, right? If not, then I gotta get out of the trade, right? But you know, it is what it is. Yeah, like don't overanalyze it. Like, so think about it like this: what setup on the video were you looking for? Like, so what were you looking for, and did that trigger? And if it triggered, you should have been in. Don't worry about everything else after that. Like, what you need to worry about is, did you get a setup? Did it trigger? Where's your stop loss? What are you going to use as a stop? Boom, let's roll the dice. Because no one knows if it's going to go up or down. You don't know if the trade's going to win or not. I mean, like, if we knew that, dude, like all of us would be multi fucking bajillionaires, right? Like if I knew every time that I was going to take one of these plays, any play that I take, if I knew that I was going to win, I would be max size every time, you know, because I know that, oh, I'm going to win, but we don't. The easiest thing to do in trading is win, because you have to do nothing. All you have to do is identify where you want to get in. The stock's going to do the work on its own. The hard part is, what do you do when you have to get stopped out? How well do you manage that? That's what you have to manage. Not second guessing yourself when you want to get in. Like, did you get triggered in or not? You know, and where potentially you're going to take profits when you do get triggered in. So, like if I just use my strategy, for example, well, NVIDIA gave me a 20 play over 407.30s, and that ran all the way up to 409.60s. That's $2. And there was a Bollinger Band there, so I can use the Bollinger Band as my take profit. Like if I break this last bit of supply and I go to the Bollinger Band, I'll sell. Boom. You take a quick $1.50, $2. Simple. Your stop loss would have been below 405. So between 407.30 and 405.90, that was your stop loss. That's it. You're not looking at everything else. So don't get so like paralyzed with this number, that number. What about this? You know, oh, we're coming to the pre-mar guys. Oh, we got this Bollinger Band. Like, did you get a setup or not? Just ask yourself the simple questions. Keep shit simple, you know? Keep it simple.
But we still have room to 410 right here, though.
Yeah.
I feel like we do.
Let me go to the hourly chart and see what the fuck's going on over here. It's 8:20. Yeah, I like this. It won't be till 9 my time. But whatever this candle closes on the hourly time frame, if we stay up here and like we don't come all the way back down and we confirm like 409.50s, this has room like to like 412.
Yeah, so I might just get like 3 or 4 contracts of 410 and use that 407 as a stop loss.
Yeah. Yeah, Nvidia's true range on a 5-minute chart is like $2. So just understand this: if you're gonna play Nvidia, you got like $2 is your wiggle room. So try to match that $2 with what's going on in the chart. Like, oh shit, I see kind of here like $2 is this support level. So like if I break that, you know, I should probably get out of that trade. And the same thing on the flip side, if you're looking to scalp, if you make anything close to $2, like let's say you get in, I'll just use a generic number, you get in at 410 and this thing, you know, wants to go 411.50, you're almost at $2, right? So think about selling. If you're going into it with the scalper's mentality, like where you just want to take your quick 1-to-1 on it. That's how a lot of times that I like when I play options, how I look at it and like how I'll win like that. Like, right? Like, so like your boy Addy, that motherfucker holds all goddamn day, bro. Like this guy,
Yeah, bro.
like he's holding shit and he's like, no, the big support, this, that, or whatever. And like, he's just holding it, but he's squeezing out more dollars than me, but like I'm playing bigger size than him. So like he's going to make good gains because he's holding for so fucking long, right? And it's like he's playing like the whole day's range. I'm just playing that little fucking hour range, that little, that little 5-minute range. I'm just looking for $1, $2. I can't do what he does. Like that's just wild to me, bro. That's wild.
That's why let's go. That's why he be telling me, hey, trade with me. I'd be like, dude, you wake up, see the stock in red, and buy calls, and sit through it all day, and it'll shoot the calls.
Yeah, I know a lot of guys who trade like that, but shit, like you got to know what you're built for. Like I'm not built for that shit, so I can't do it, you know.
It popped over 410. I'm in 4 contracts, but I'm only up like $20, $30.
Did you get out of that ES or what are you doing over there? What the heck is that thing doing?
Oh, I'm still in it.
Okay.
I took 2 of the 4 off at 5 points. Still got 2 going.
Okay.
You said in the video to 212, right?
Yeah. If anything, like
I want to learn how to hold things the far way. That's my problem.
if you want to hold it, you're looking for 412 for sure. If you're gonna hold this thing, you're looking for 412 minimum. And then you would be looking for like 414, 412, 414. Dude, just just go do something for an hour.
I already ate breakfast. I go hit the gym, but you know, the gym,
just go hit the gym, get a good session, get a good fucking sweat. You're gonna be nervous as fuck, so you're gonna get more of a good sweat, and then come back and then sell for a loss or a big gain. That is what it is. Just end the Friday like that.
Well, after my big loss yesterday, I need something. God damn it.
Well, TOS, you could set a stop for a price level of the underlying.
Wait, what was that?
I said in TOS, you can do a stop order for a price level of the underlying. So if you're playing options in, say, NVIDIA, you can set an order, say, if NVIDIA drops to, 408, let's say.
Oh, yeah.
Closing out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not actually the option price, but the price of the underlying.
Yeah. Which is good.
I don't know how to do that, like to get it the right way, because I've tried doing that before and it just didn't work out that great.
You do say you right click and say closing order. Way over to the right hand side of that order window, there's like a little gear icon. And if you click on that, another window will pop open where you can set the parameters for that deal. There's videos on YouTube for that, but yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, got a small drawback here, but nothing crazy. Damn.
Yes, getting back to top mode here.
What's your stop loss on those runners? For ES.
Well, right now plus 2 points, but I'm just waiting to see if it closes under the 5.
Yeah. You got about 3 minutes left.
It looks like it wants to.
Yeah, kind of losing a little bit of steam.
Yep.
I mean, but I guess you could use like this previous 5-minute low wick. What is that? 41.69. Just try to catch your stop there, like manually. Try to manually stop it as it breaks that, because you figure if it breaks that, it'll probably shoot down to 67. No, I mean that's what I would have as support there. Or what do you got? You have this on all accounts. This trade.
Yeah.
Or you can do like how we talked about yesterday. Just put one of those accounts, as long as this thing stays over the 20, just hold it all day and come back at the end of the day and sell that last one. See what it does. Thing might be shooting up into the 80s at that point in time, because the 20's way down there, like at 63. So, truthfully, like this thing can pull all the way back to 63 and still be healthy to go just continue along. I don't know. Maybe on
the reason why it's 62.75-ish.
Yeah, see, and then our 20s at 63, so we can tighten that up by 1.5 points and just kind of give it that. Maybe on one of those baby accounts that's still way down there for you, just let it go, And that way too, you can also see, because again, you're coming up on time for those accounts anyways. You can just see, like, and that'll put you through playing that trade all the way out, and you'll see, like, it wasn't that fucking bad anyways. Like, that loss isn't that bad. So when you do get to where this thing does run all day, and you're really making, like, what, yesterday we were marking out, 20, 30 points that move was originally going, and you catch those 20, 30 point moves is a hell of a lot better than taking 5 and 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to uncouple the other accounts from an active.
Oh, from the active trade, yeah.
Yeah, my 2 point stop is actually 1 tick below that candle you were talking about, so I'm there already.
Or if you do get stopped out on all the accounts, you can just enter back in long, and then just tell yourself, I would have still been in this trade, right? Like, you can just set up one account. Or you said you don't know how to fucking decouple all of them, though.
Yeah, it just got me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus, because we're back down to 408.
Yeah, so that got me plus 115.
There you go. The person on YouTube asking about valid pullback for a long continuation, you want to see it pull back into the 60s, 69, 70s. So like how I would look at it, if you look at the 5-minute chart here, how we had all of this resistance, you know, this range that we were in, I can move this shit down. This range that we're in, we broke out, right? So the 69 breakout went from 69 all the way to 409. That was a fucking hell of a move. Now it's pulling back to the original breakout. This is just a break and retest. You want it to hold in this area for a continuation long. So your buy on a pullback is somewhere in here in the high 60s and 70s. But if it really starts to lose that, it's gonna drop another 20 points on you. So yeah, like your bounce spot is here if you wanted to buy a pullback. That's assuming that the market's going to continue long. Market does have room into like 440, you know, if it wanted to really get going. But I mean, look at the Nasdaq. The gap up took a lot of the range out of the day, and it's this thing's up 100. It things up, you know, 1.5% almost, $180 or 180 points. So it could just be a big fucking trap here to like send everything down.
God damn it, dude. What the fuck?
So your Nvidia supports are at right here, bouncing off of 408. Below 408 is 407.30, and then 406.90, and then 406.67. So like on your play, I'm not saying that this is going higher, dude, but on your play from yesterday, you literally sold right 5 minutes before we got rejected and came back down and flushed. You should have given it the 20 SMA at least on this long play here. Again, I'm not saying that this thing's going higher, dude. The market is pulling back right now pretty aggressively, but 406.64 is the last stop. Like that's like you would have to give it to 406. I'm not saying you have to do that or you want to do that, but like on the chart that is, you have supports like all the way down, like every dollar down between 408 and to 406. Below 406 there's nothing really there. So Support on the NASDAQ is at 338. We've pulled right back into the range that we've been trading at since the open here. I'm gonna I'll pull up the NASDAQ for you on my big chart so we can see all of the supports on a 5-minute time frame. Let's see. So I had the NASDAQ, we put in that high up there at that upper Bollinger Band, lost the 5 SMA, pulled right back into the 10, and is bouncing off the 10. So below 14,351 has room down to 340. Below 340, that's the 20 SMA, has room down to the 50 EMA at 329. NASDAQ has support all the way down to 307. So it has 70 points worth of support kind of all stacked. It starts to lose 307 and gets below that, that 300, that range that we broke. You got that low of day sitting there at 273. This should be, if the bulls are there, right? Like if they're even home today, like I don't know, I've been knocking and no one's been answering, but if the bulls are home today, they want to hold this area. If they want any shot at trying to at least test, the upper range. I mean, but this could be it for the bulls. They haven't shown us shit all week, right? Like the bulls haven't shown us anything all week. Like nothing for me to put my money on the bulls, right? Like I mean, like gun to my head, are we going higher or lower? I would say lower, just due to the fact of what has been shown to me this week. And the last play long was a pretty decent one, right? So from 334 all the way to 408, 70 points. So if you're trading futures, ES ran up, I think, 10 points, Pud said, plus. And then NQ ran up 70. If you didn't make any money on that run up, the real question is asking yourself why? How come? Even if you guys don't even trade my strategy, we had the range when we broke out of the range at 8:10 my time. That broke out at 69s. How come we didn't play that long? And if you did play that long, and you didn't take profits, well, you got to ask yourself why. Why didn't you take profits? From 70 to 409. That's almost 39 points, 40 points. What are you looking for? 100? Good luck. Is there any boxing fans in here? Anyone watch boxing? Hey, Snake Trader, what the hell is an RTH chart? What the hell's that? Oh. So you don't have like the overnight session or nothing like that? Pre-market session, overnight session on your chart? Yeah, gotcha. Huh. So the 200 EMA was sitting right kind of where we stopped or pulled back into. I don't know. Yeah. I never have really used that chart like that. I'd have to maybe back test that and see where those things stop at versus where they stop at on mine. For my cues, I have it set up for the pre-market session and after hours. So notice how on my cues, right? Notice how on my cues on the big chart here, get this shit set up right. Notice how like I have the dark black and then I have the light gray. So light gray is all of my pre-market and after hours trading price action, and then the dark is just looking at New York session. So I mean, I on my cues, I have after hours and pre-market because I like to kind of know, you know, what did we do in the after hours and what did we do in pre-market. So, you know, truthfully speaking, you know, in the pre-market, I don't know if this is a false tick or whatever, but you know, it's looking like that we had lows of 343.94 on the cues, and then our high price on the NAS was 347.65 off that first opening hour. But I had this big, I think I did this shit last week. It's still here. Look at this. I don't know if anyone was on the live stream when I drew these fucking lines on my chart, but if you notice this shit, I know it's all fucking crazy. Actually, let me do this. Watch, let me do this. Actually, I don't want anything on here. I'm just gonna, it's just got a 9 on there. But notice how I drew this trend that these lines, like we were trading under, but on the way up, I should have moved this one down. But anyways, I had us pulling back kind of into this range, to be honest. And then before the next pop, Q's into 340 before we pop would seem like a nice little pullback. I mean, I can't imagine that the Q's start giving up 330, 340. That would be insane, but stranger shit has happened. And where I drew that line to is it would be our daily 200 on the Qs. That's one thing to kind of keep in watch for next week is if we do start to lose this week's lows, I would look for a pullback into 339 on the Qs, maybe even a little bit of a washout below that, a couple points, couple dollars, and then start to bounce off the daily 200. Then the weekly chart would take us to the 50 EMA and then the 150 simple.
Yeah, I think this might be a chop fest on the day now. Just took a small loss on the video there.
Dude, I still think that this fucking Nvidia is going down to fucking 350, dude, 370.
Yeah. But is it gonna happen today? No. I think the next week probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, over the next maybe couple weeks, week to 2 weeks. I mean, the weekly chart on this thing looks fucking shit. Like any confirmation below this week's lows next week is a fucking short, and just get in that thing and swing it.
Yeah, because after 398, we go straight down to 339. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The way that this fucking thing trades, $15, $16, $17 in a day, that shit can happen in 1-2 days, you know?
2 days. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 days. Once we start really breaking that level, they just wash it out real quick. That's going to be a hell of a trade.
That's when I'm gonna make my money back.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Honestly, because fuck, this week was bad. All right, D.
All right, my man.
Weekend. We'll be back on Monday.
All right. Guys, we got anything that looks appetizing out there, or should I just get off this fucking stream? It just looks like we're just pulling back. It's a probably.
Yeah, it took this ES20 play, but man, it went down. Now it's wicked right back up.
How are we looking on a 2-minute chart here?
ES looks like a good reversal candle scalp, but I'm on the wrong side of it.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Guys, is anyone in on this 20 play long?
I'm still in ES short, but looks like it's trying to come up and get my reason why.
Yeah, I see that. I got that. I still got that chart on my screen.
Well, should I close because it closed above the 20? Just say screw it.
We got this 50 right here at 66. I'd give it to 66. Give it to 66. That's the only predicament that when we... God damn this stupid NQ. Look at this crap. But yeah, that's the only thing is like you had the 20 there. We did close over it, but you did have supply right there above it. Yeah, for me, I mean, what's 2 points, right? I'm just gonna hold it over 66. This fucking NQ just fucking whipsawed me. Like where are the bulls at today? Where are they at today? Look at that ES, huh? Look at the fucking Qs.
Yeah, I was kind of late to the party too, getting in, so got a lot of ground to make up.
Nice. What price you in on DraftKings? Oh, you bastard. There you go. Putt working it for you, huh?
Order filled.
Damn it, I had to get out of that short. I mean that long.
I'm like back to even.
There you go.
Order filled.
I screwed up. I totally chased.
When did you get in? On that wick down there?
Fuck yeah.
That fucking 8:45 wick on my time? Because I was like, yeah, you should be pretty good now. It's working back, at least in your favor. Oh,
I
man.
broke a rule. I'm paying for it here.
This thing's all fucking whipsawed. I mean, we're not even getting any good, clean setups anyways. What a shame. Look at this fucking thing.
Yeah, I was looking away at something else and came back and said, oh shit, that's a 20 play. So I just hit market and boom, went right back up.
Yeah.
Order filled.
The Bulls want to get going here? What the hell's going on here? What the fuck are they doing?
Order filled.
Let's see if the Bulls want to get going here. Probably not, right? I jump in, they go down. Of course. This will be my last trade. To be honest, I'm not messing around with this crap anymore. And you ever notice with Apex, they will literally fill you at the very bottom or the very top. You ever notice that shit?
Yeah, they have some slippage too on your stops and big profits.
Yeah, they will slip you to death. Like, you better be making some good, like, you better be profitable, and the price better be holding up there, because they slip you to fucking hell. Like, sometimes I'll get in like on a break and I'm like, and it'll kind of wick up and then wick back down, and I'll look at the price and I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. They literally filled me way at the top. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, if I put it to like break even my stop, I'll give it 2 more ticks just to be safe.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still long. I'm still long on the NQ. Yeah, you should. I don't know if you guys can hear them when my orders execute. You should hear when it executes. I mean, I don't like the way that the price action's trading, to be honest. But whatever. Right? This son of a bitch got me in, so now I gotta see if what it's gonna do. I have the 2-minute chart pulled up on the NQ. Yeah, the only reason I'm playing the 2 minutes is just kind of I'm trying to
Yelp.
yeah, I'm trying to scalp for one, and I want to cut my risk down a little bit, so yeah. It just doesn't look good. I mean, it looks like it's gonna stop me out. See what the 5 minutes doing. Yeah, see the 5 minutes got room all the way down to 50 before it hits support again.
Yeah.
So this trade's not gonna work. Yeah, what a nasty Friday, huh? I mean, give you a little bit here, give you a little bit there, pull you right back down. Look back at the day and it's just been going sideways. What an absolute shit show, huh?
Yeah, this was the wrong day for me to pick not doing nothing until after the first half hour.
Yeah. Yeah, here she comes. She's gonna come down and test this 20. I don't know why any of us do this stupid business. Such a stupid business.
Yeah, all the big boys in New York be covering all their shorts for the week and buying and going to lunch and taking off for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Order filled.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get out of that. I don't like the way that feels. Well, here you go, Putz. At least you're gonna make a little money right now.
Well, getting back to even. I don't know if I should just bail now or hold out hope.
No, you gotta hold now. I mean, look at this thing. You gotta hold now. Look at that thing.
You get a couple points and then go to break even and say, fuck it.
Yeah. Tony Sherry, we're talking over here in Discord. So if you go all the way down to the gold members chat room or the gold members channel where it's for voice chat, yeah, on YouTube, you're just gonna hear what's going on Discord. You can't talk through YouTube.
Don't you bounce again, you dog.
I'm telling you, this thing is it's just toying. It's just toying. It's just toying with everyone right now.
Man, I took a part-time gig at Lowe's, and they got me freaking opening tomorrow at 5:30.
Oh fuck. That should, well, I don't know. What's tomorrow? Saturday? It shouldn't be too bad over there. Maybe.
Well, it's the time.
Yeah.
Jeez. Gotta be there at 5:30.
Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta be up at 4:30.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, that's rough, man. That's rough. I mean, I kind of feel the same thing over here. I'm getting up fucking sometimes 5:45, 6. That shit's early. That shit's rough.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're kind of used to that shit, aren't you?
Yeah, but that shit's rough though, man. That's the only thing I don't like about being on this fucking West Coast time. Shit sucks.
It'd be kind of cool if you had someone who's has a regular 9 to 5, get up, trade for a while, and then go do shit. You can do that anywhere else, really.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, anywhere east of you, yeah. What times those dudes got to get up in Hawaii for the Open?
Yeah, I don't even know, huh? What? That shit's got to be rough. This thing's just teetering back and forth.
Yeah.
This thing's just teetering back and forth here. You know, so you got to think about it. And anyone who is playing like bigger size, like minis, right? Like even if you're playing 1 or 2, I mean, you're just getting stopped out left and right. Like you're like chasing candlesticks. Oh, let me go. Like imagine if you were playing like 1 or 2 minis on your trade there. I mean, this thing's just putting you down, putting you way back up. You know, you're at the risk of like blowing at one of these accounts with these prop firms just due to the fact that, you know, the range on the chop is horrible.
Where I got in.
Did you get in at 41.58?
7. 58, 59 even.
Yeah, they literally.
So if you ran up to 66, so that's 7 points. 7 by $50 on 1 ES. So that's 350 on 1 ES.
Yeah, so imagine someone if they were trading 2 or 3. I mean, you're at 700, 1,000. I mean,
yeah.
And that kind of panic level, I mean, you know someone's going to sell. They're going to sell on that. Like when you're bouncing and you're, oh shit, I'm down 350, 400, 500. Let me just protect myself. And you sell. Next thing you know, it's trading right back down again. And when you really look at the chart, it hasn't even done anything yet. That's why I'm saying this chart, even though it's bouncing you up and down here, it hasn't even done anything. Like it's not going down. It's not really going higher. So it's like, you would essentially just be chopping yourself up in and out of this thing. Because I know how people are. I've heard it before. Like, let's say they got in on that 20 play, they're down 350 on 1, they'll sell. And then they'll tell themselves, nope, the market's going to bounce here. And then they go buy long, right? It's like, why are you buying long? Oh, I think the market's going higher. Like, we just closed back over the 20. So then they get in, and then that candle comes right back down. They lose another 350. Now they're down 700 on 2 trades, and the trade hasn't gone anywhere.
Yeah, especially if you have like a, standard 5-point stop.
Yeah, man.
So you're down 250, then you're down another 250, then you're down another 250. You're like, ah.
Yeah, and then and you're looking at the chart, and it's like, what the fuck? Nothing's even happening here, and I've lost, $700. Maybe we get you going right here. Maybe we get you going right here on this. 58. You're up about a tick.
Yeah.
The only thing is you got this stupid Bollinger Band that's creeping at 41.55 now. I mean, those Bollinger Bands are closing in on the ES. You would imagine that whatever side it does decide to break out of, it's gonna give a pretty good move. I don't know. On your last accounts here, I would just hold this thing till we get over that 50, I guess. Figure there's got to be something else better for me to do today than watch this crap.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be an easy Friday too. Come in here, make a little bit of money early. Blah, blah, blah. Nothing. Only thing keeping my options account alive today is, I don't know if I was talking to you a couple days ago. I don't know who the heck I was talking to, but I put on a swing trade because I was looking at what the market makers had on NVIDIA for the month, and they had like some big 40-point range or something, and I swung one call or one put at 422.50. So 422.50, I just took one of those things. That thing's up $700.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just got 2 points, and I moved my stop to plus a couple just to be done with this. Or do I want to just See where it goes all day.
Hey, I'm sure it'll be back up 5 points at some point in time. The way this thing's trading. I only took one trade on this Apex account. I got another account here that I can take a trade on here. Let's see if I might be taking this short here. If I start to lose.
I am out. Fuck. Plus 140
There you go.
on the day. You have to pick one of the accounts on Monday and do one mini.
Mm-hmm.
And see if I can run that up or down by Friday. Watch, this fucking bottom's gonna fall out now and I'll be pissed.
Yeah.
You got an SBX
Order filled.
put credit spread that's in trouble. I might have to roll.
Come on, drop the bottom out of this son of a bitch.
There goes.
Let's go, bitch. Let's go. Let's go.
Fucker, look at that
Order
bullshit.
I'm out. 457.50 on that. Putts played fucking 15 micros on that one.
Oh, you suck.
Son of a bitch. That's it, man. Yeah, see, I told you, Putts, you should have just held that thing, man.
Oh shit.
Just at that point, you already got in late. They already filled you way down at the bottom. They filled you at a price that we didn't even touch yet, Putts. You know that? So they not only did they fill you at a price that was way down there, you already sat through it. And then look at this stupid thing.
Look at it.
Look at this thing.
Oh, yeah. That's me. It's my luck.
Yeah. I get it, though. I mean, you fucking sat in that thing, what, 5, 10, 15, 20? You sat in that thing over 35 minutes and didn't do shit. You know, didn't do an absolute nothing.
Look at that bullshit.
And on my other, yeah, that's the way it fucking goes, man. Because I try to take this initial short too at 9:15 my time on that last 20 play setup, got stopped out. So I mean, I won 450 on that one, but I realistically lost 200 on the first trade, so I only made about 250 profit here. But what a joke! If I would have just sat in it the whole time, it would have been fucking great. Huh. Well, let's see if anyone on YouTube take that last 20 play short on the NQ, or was anyone sitting in there with putts on the ES? Finally got your move. That was it. That's the move. Don't expect any more. Anyways, this day's got me all
bounced
fucked
off the daily low.
Yeah, bounced off the daily low. Yeah, this day's got me all fucked up. I'm gonna stop here because if not, the way this is headed, I'm gonna give it everything back that I already made here. So I'm done, guys. For those of you guys that are in Evolution Traders, I'll be in Discord, but I'm not gonna be hanging around on YouTube anymore. So those of you guys on YouTube, enjoy your weekend. Try to stay safe out there. This day's been an absolute shit show. If you manage to make any money at all, find something else better to do than play this game today. If you're red, it is what it is. Hopefully you still got money to trade on Monday. We'll be back on Monday. All right, Putz, I'll catch you over there in Discord.
All right, thanks.
All right, buddy.